All right, we are live now, and we're going to open up with the countdown clock.
Welcome to RVing in New England, the nation's only forum that puts you on stage with some of the biggest names in the RV industry. And now your hosts, John DePietro and Bob Zagami.
And welcome to RVing in New England, and this is our new sponsor, Seacoast Rvs on Route 1 in Saco, Maine. We're delighted to have them on board between now and June 30th, and we'll be talking about them throughout the show and a little bit later. But seeing that I practiced with the buttons for about 5 minutes before getting them right, I probably should let John talk.
Well, if it's Wednesday night, it must be RVing in New England. And my name is John DePietro. This is my show. And periodically, we invite Bob Zagami to say a few words, which we will do tonight. But we want to let you know that we have a brand new sponsor for tonight's show. We want to welcome our good friends, Kenny and Amanda from Seacoast Rvs in Saco, Maine, right on Route 1. Now, the best part about going to that place is they have tons of restaurants nearby. They have seafood restaurants. They have junk food restaurants. They have ice cream restaurants. They have a drive-in theater right up the street. They have all those water parks across the street. It's right off the highway. It's right near Old Orchard Beach. And that's where I get my propane all summer long. I just drive out to the back. They got a long hose. They plug it into my RV, and I go off on my merry way. So we want to thank them for being part of the show and let you know that if you are ever in the great state, the central part of the great state of Maine, actually southern, how about?
It says southern coastal Maine, southern coastal Maine. Yeah.
Coastal Maine.
Yep.
Stop in to Seacoast RV. Tell them that you heard about them and you saw about them. You saw about them. There's a new word.
Sorry about it?
You learned all about them on RVing in New England. And boy,
and you're only 5 minutes from Old Orchard Beach.
Orchard Beach, and
plenty of ice cream, plenty of cotton candy. Old Orchard Beach in Old Orchard Beach, Maine.
As I look over,
what do you got? A gift? Jim Royce sent you the right size shirt.
I got the right size shirt.
Oh wait, we shouldn't talk. Wow, we got. While you're showing your Silver Moose restoration. All right.
Yeah.
Jerry Plant was first to jump on tonight, and Jay Guilla. Hello, guys. Have you been on before, Jay? Ryan's back from a long day on the road. He just got back home. He texted me earlier. And Walter Swenson, and Walter's heading back to Massachusetts soon. And Jerry Plant, you are at LL Bean, Jerry? Is that what you got? Michelle says, hello, Bob and John. Jim Roy, good evening. Gentlemen, on the road, but listening from my truck tonight. Well, then that's a good way not to have to look at John's face.
Hey.
Somebody else tried that once before.
I can't get my rug to work properly here. I got to get my rug properly.
Ed Laturco. How are you, Ed? John Wheeler says, I seen John on the news. Good for you. Great job, John. On the news. What were you on television?
Oh, that's when I was doing that Tufts Hospital thing.
Oh,
you must have saw me there. I had my RVing in New England jacket on.
Oh,
that's my Jim's business cards.
Jim. Okay. And here's our other Jim Conboy. Evening to all. In fact, he's going to be doing a roof on Walter Swenson's Cedar Creek, I think. Yeah. The Cedar Creek or a Cottage? Cottage Creek. Dante. Estelle's on early tonight. Hello from Newmarket, New Hampshire. For those asking about Mass State Park reservations. I received an email today. Reservations open on February 22nd. Can't wait to make mine for May. I had a
hope
note.
Audrey.
I saw 3 people post that. They sent that out. Yes. Jay says BSP. Yes, BSP camper. Wonder what that is. You gotta enlighten us, Jay. What is BSP camper?
BSP camper. Okay.
Yeah, John, replace those chair wheels with roller skating type rubber wheels. Works so much better. Now, see, there goes his engineering brain again.
There he goes.
Obviously, the people that make office chairs don't know how to make them right. They put the wrong wheels, and it takes somebody like Walter Swenson to tell all us stiffs what kind of wheels to put on our chairs. Angela says hi. Angela, how are you? That's Mike's engaged to Angela. So congratulations, Mike, and congratulations, Angela. I met Angela last 2 years ago, I think, when she helped Mike out with his display of fine products at Lee's Family Trailer Sales. And speaking about Mike, should we tell him who the guest is tonight?
Yeah, tell him that. But before we tell him that, I have a question for this audience that you and I discussed this afternoon, and let's see what they can come up with. Not that we have a prize for it, but I'll be the winner of the prize. So, folks, here's the deal. Next Friday, I'm taking our motorhome, which is winterized. It's indoors in winter storage, and we're heading for Florida. Now, I'm not going to unwinterize it up here because I don't know what I'm going to have for weather between Massachusetts, Connecticut, and, South Carolina. So the question I have is this: should I have it unwinterized but put no water in it while I'm up here, or should I wait till I get to Jacksonville, Florida, or south of the border to have it unwinterized? My only concern is if I get into Florida, they may not know how to unwinterize. They might not even know what winterizing is. So what do I do? Unwinterize up here and just not put water in it? Or do I roll the dice and get it unwinterized in Florida? Let us know.
Put your answers up, but we got to get to Mike. But in the meantime, real quick, Jay says
we do have a guest.
It's Gula, and Jay is with Bourne State Park. How come we didn't get that? Man, shame.
Is John Morrow still there? Jay is.
I don't know.
Oh, yes.
Is
John Morrow still there?
Wait until you get down there.
Wait. Okay. Walter says wait. Dante says wait.
Jerry says, Crossroads in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Gives you the exit and do it there. Okay.
Jerry, is that a dealership? Crossroads?
I don't know. Gail Hogan's on. Walter Swenson says they do. All units come from the factory, winterized even down here.
Oh, Ryan says can't flush the lines without water. So wait. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Bob J. Morrow.
Yes, he
John
is.
Morrow is still there.
All right. Let's bring up our friend Mike Perry. Good evening, Mike. And Mike makes this annual trek. He drives thousands of miles just to be with us on this, this night of telling us all the new toys that he's found at the distributor shows. He's been on the road now for about 2 months, Mike.
Yeah, actually right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We had a few shows before Thanksgiving. We had a couple shows before Christmas, and then I did 3 more shows in January.
Wow.
So
you showed out.
Been busy. Well, to answer your question, John, I was just going to ask, how fast do you drive as far as getting your unit winterized or unwinterized?
That's what I told him today. It depends on how fast you're going to.
Well,
exactly.
This has been a crazy year,
and that'll take care of the problem.
Yeah, this has been a crazy year. They've had more snow early in the season. They had more snow down in Virginia and Tennessee than we did up here.
Well, I was going to say, you might have to drive to Miami to do it because it's been cold down in Florida.
I know, that's exactly right.
It's going to be 48 in the morning. We got another one-night cold spell. But Mike, I know where you want to start, but give the folks an idea of, and I think most of them joined in because they know you're really great at this, telling all the good stuff, but tell them what you want to accomplish tonight.
Well, I just want to obviously get the word out to, your audience of products that have come out. We have some really, really cool gadgets out there. There's some things that, especially here towards the end, that I'm going to show that I feel, and talking with other dealers already about this one product, and they feel that this is a good thing, and they see it taking over a lot of the Wi-Fi industry.
All right, hang on to that one to the end, then we'll make sure they stay with us because we got a lot of back there. I know you wanted to start with the door lock, and you showed this to us once before, but go
yeah, I
ahead.
did. Yeah, I showed that to you, I think, the last time I was on when they first came out with it. And the lock itself now is a Bluetooth. So if you go to that next screen, Bob, that shows the lock with the app. All right. So I actually have a unit here, if you want to get back to me now, Bob. That is this one right here. It's the same thing. What we do is you're just going to have to wake it up a little bit. And then if you download the app here, it's called My RV, and you tap on the button here. Oh yeah, now it's not going to work. It was just working the whole time I was sitting here. I think I locked it. But anyways, if you tap on the app, it'll unlock and lock the unit itself. I know that rolling on TV, that one picture that you showed that had the app with the lock, that rolling on TV actually did a whole segment on this unit. It is totally available now. Your RV dealers out there have all the CPG locks. They have all the keys. The thing about CPG is all your inside handles and locks in the RVs are all CPG products, global products. This unit itself will replace the regular little door handles that are on travel trailers. This is a travel trailer door handle and lock. So it's a great product. It's doing really good out there. People want all the latest and greatest on the Bluetooth. So, but this big lock will actually fit into this little section right here of what that little handle is that you got to take your fingertips and squeeze to open. This unit right here will do it. So just want everybody to be aware of it.
Mike, how many years can you go back on that before you're too old?
What do you mean, John?
On the unit. So I have a 2008. Am I too old?
For a travel trailer?
Well, it's not a travel trailer, it's a motorhome, but
yeah, these are for travel trailers, John.
Oh, travel trailers only. Okay.
Travel trailers and fifth wheels. Yep. It's a replacement door lock. You got the handle on it, so you can actually grab it to open it versus your little fingers going in there to squeeze that door handle open. This fits in that profile.
Looks a lot sturdier, that's for sure.
It's solid steel, so.
Ballpark price, Mike?
I'm going to say it's probably around 300 and something on the retail side.
Okay.
Obviously not installed.
It's a DIY thing, so yeah. I mean, it's very simple to install. You just got to put the battery in it and then just follow the directions on taking out your old lock, 4 screws, and then 4 screws back in on the new lock.
Okay. What would you like next, Mike?
You can go to whatever you want to go to next, Bob. If you want to go to the, let's do Furman.
Hey, Mike.
Yes,
as we go through the product lineup tonight, if you could make special note of what products might be especially pertinent to the home office people, the people that are working, I shouldn't say home office, the people that are working from the road. And because there's so many more of those people now than there were a year ago.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I'm on my 39th year in the RV industry, and I mean, back in the 80s when I first started in the industry up here in New England, your people that were full time were the people that were down in Boston working on the tunnel. They were living in these units up here in New England year round, and they needed that year round trailer, fifth wheel. And I mean, that's really who I connected with back then, was the guys that worked down there at the tunnel.
Wow.
As full time.
Something new, but something old. So give them a little bit of the background on this.
Yeah, Furman Generators hired our company now to represent them. So, we go to the shows, help them out at shows. This was out in French Lick, Indiana, and I know all of our New Englanders up here know French Lick, Indiana,
Number
from Larry
33.
Bird. From
Number
Larry
33.
Bird. But Furman hired our company to go ahead and represent them in the RV industry. And this company has been around for quite a few years. Up until 2017, they actually built generators for other companies like Kohler, Gravely, PowerMate, Aaron's, just to name a few. And then in 2017, they decided that they were going to not build them for other companies, that they were just going to build it for themselves. Furman Generators are American engineered. They are 100% Furman powered. So these people make everything from the cylinder block all the way to the voltmeter that goes on the units. They have over 8,700 service centers throughout the United States, Canada, Mexico, and they're now just getting into the Caribbean as well.
Repeat that number again, because when we think about RVs and people on the road, there's a constant complaint. There's not enough dealers. There's not enough service centers. I have to drive 500 miles. 8,700 is really
8,700. Yep. And the thing, I mean, they're on Facebook all the time. I mean, you go to Furman Equipment, Furman Generator on Facebook. They're doing live presentations probably about 3-4 times a week on different things that they have. And one of the things that I liked about the company is the simple fact that if you have an issue with the generator, you call the 800 number for the warranty. And what they will do is they will go ahead and diagnose it with you over the phone. And if they can't diagnose it over the phone, they will send you a return goods tag, and UPS will come pick it up, and they will bring it to the closest service center to you and have it repaired. The other good thing that they have is, as long as you own that generator, you have 24/7 lifetime tech support with Furman. So, I mean, it's a great company.
That's another impressive thing, that they stand behind it. As long as you're using it, they're going to stand behind it.
Yep. I mean, they had a customer that was on Facebook, and they saw him at a NASCAR event, and the customer brought the generator over, and they ended up just giving him a brand new generator at NASCAR. And I mean, the guy couldn't be more happier and, about Furman. So they do take care of the customers. They take care of the dealers out there. If the dealers are looking to take on a generator line up here, that's what we're here for, is to help help the customers out there, bring the generators with them when they go camping. It's a great line. I mean, they have everything from open frame generators, basically from say 1,050 watts all the way up to 10,000 watts. They have whisper quiet generators, which, the whisper quiets, or they run from 2,100 watts up to 10,000. And then the hybrids, they make a hybrid line, which is your dual fuel, which is both gasoline and propane. And they also now have a 10,000 watt tri-fuel, which is gas, propane, and natural gas. So, I mean, if you use your generator for the camping season, you come home, You want to get ready for winter in New England, take your generator, go hook it back up to your natural gas line at the house, and you're ready for winter time.
Interesting. Now I know it's new to your company. Is it too early to have this in our dealers, or have you got some activity in any of our near?
No, we've already got dealers that have the product lines. I've got dealers right now that are in the process of putting their orders in to get the generator lines. I know we have a dealer down in Connecticut that's going to be getting his in. Was talking about putting his order in today for him. So, yeah, we've already got some dealers out there.
Good.
Ryan had a question. On board, or these are portables only?
Portables only.
Okay.
Portables only.
And
the thing about what's that, John?
Michelle asked about noise and price points.
Low decibel. I've got a 3300 that is at 58 decibels on the generator. Price point anywhere from $700 on up.
Okay.
And thing about the company too is the company owns 21% of the market share in the generator industry, which is impressive all of itself, because the next biggest company out there is 3, and that's 28%, and it's owned by 3 different generator lines, Generac, DeWalt, and PowerBank, and then the other 50% are made up of everybody else.
So,
and
Mike,
on the generator, Honda's only has 16.8% market share.
Mike, you were very, very prominent in saying "Made in America." Are a lot of the other brands out there that you referred to not made in America?
You said engineered in America.
Yeah, I said engineered in America, John, and I mean, like I said, but they have total control over everything that's made, and it's 100%. So in other words, their engine block, they're not using Briggs and Stratton or anybody else's engine. They're making their own parts. They're doing their own parts for the generator.
Good.
Good. Dante's got a question. Class A's. I think the answer to that is yes and no.
No,
on board, but if you had a motorhome without a generator,
right?
I think he was talking about I think Dante, because when that came up, I think Dante was talking about the key system.
The key system? No, that's travel.
Key system.
That's travel trailer only on that one.
Travel trailer only.
Yeah. Ryan says, I met Mike at Fallen Show, and he offers a lot of great products. He certainly does.
Thank you, Ryan.
That's why we bring him back every year. He's well respected. I'll tell you what, for his 39 years in the industry, he's very well respected, and nobody throws him out when he walks into the dealership, because he makes the dealerships money.
That only happened one time, and then after that, the dealer was buying me drinks the rest of my life. Once he figured me out.
Yeah, let's see where we go next. Let's go to Go Power. I think they are right near the...
I got to get my Go Power unit going up again.
Let's do some Go Power.
Talk about why I got 2 logos on the screen while I pick up the photo.
Yeah,
of Mike.
I mean, if you're in the RV industry and you get RV industry news, we all know that 4 years ago, Go Power was acquired by a company out in California called Valterra. Valterra is another one of our product brands that we rep for. And then recently, Dometic acquired Valterra, which also meant they acquired Go Power. So they are now Dometic owned, but as far as management and business as usual, nothing has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing has changed with anything.
It's crazy. If you think it's crazy with all the consolidation of the dealers, we're seeing the same thing with campgrounds. We're seeing the same thing with supplier companies, especially supplier companies. They really picked up the consolidation and acquisition in 2021.
Bob, not just campgrounds, but campground groups.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the biggest acquisition was Thor when they purchased Airxcel.
Right.
That was one of the biggest ones. And again, we rep for Airxcel, and as far as the Thor acquisition goes, nothing's changed with them at all. So it's the same exact thing, business as usual with that company. So
All right, let's talk a little bit about.
Before you go back to that, Bob, Gail has a question here, and I think she needs some clarification on it.
Go
Does
ahead.
this generator have a companion like Honda to pair two generators together? Do you know what she
Yes.
means by that?
Yep.
Yes, and with Furman Generators, if it's an inverter generator, you can parallel it with any other Furman generator that has the inverter on it. So you could, with like Hondas and stuff, they show the 2,000 watt generators. You can put them together to get 4,000 watt. And same thing with the 3,000s. Well, it's the same thing with the Furman. You can take two 7,000 watt generators with inverter, parallel those two together, and you got 14,000 watts.
Got that, John?
All right, I'm writing it down.
There'll be a test on it. There'll be a test on it later on.
That's
But
right.
let me tell you, Mike, you don't want me testing generators.
You don't want to invite me onto your show because we have more technical difficulties that I've ever seen.
Well, let's go to Go Power, and they've been doing fantastic. I love this product. We got a couple of samples from Eva.
Did you get a couple samples?
Yeah, and we gave some away in the show. We gave some on the way in the show.
Oh, good,
And
good.
So talk about this, baby.
Bob, anytime you guys do something like that, you're looking for, giveaways, let me know because I can always get you stuff too.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, actually I've got mine right here that I was going to show everybody. The Durapac, this is it right here, like Bob said.
That's
So
small.
what you have is you have all these panels right here, which are all solar panels. As soon as you open up that panel, you can see right here on the screen that it has a full charge and it's showing you where that charge rate is. Now you can charge a phone up to 3 times on a single charge on this little Durapac charger. You've got 2 USBs on the end of it that you can put two charge cords on it if you want. The nice thing about this, especially for fishermen, you want to go out fishing for the day, you can open this up. It's waterproof. You don't have to worry about it getting ruined, and you can maintain your phone's charge while you're out there catching fish or out there on the pontoon boat or whatever. So it's real cool.
What I found amazing about it, I thought that the price for what that product does, the price is very reasonable.
Yes. Yep. And you can take panels out. If you don't want all the panels on there, you can actually take some of the panels out and it'll still maintain the charge.
So like in a
listening-
motorhome situation, just put that on the dashboard.
Put it on the dashboard and keep it charged up. As long as it has the sunlight, it'll stay charged. Everything will stay charged on there.
Cool. Dante asked rough ballpark price, Mike.
What's the retail on that, Bob?
I think it's around 75.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Available at dealers.
Yeah, we got a lot of deals. I mean, it comes for the dealers. It comes in a 10-pack, so you get 10 of these units on a countertop display.
Mm-hmm.
So
Majors.
yeah. So actually, Bob, go back one just to me.
Just you.
Yeah, just me. I want to show something.
Just you.
Another thing that Go Power has too is they have these little chargers that you can just take them out and lay your cell phone right on top of this. So you just set it down, plug it in, take your phone, set your phone on top of it at night, and it'll charge. Just another little gizmo that they have now.
So you plug your phone. It's not a wireless charge. You plug your phone into it.
No, you plug the charger obviously into the outlet, and then you just put your phone on there wirelessly.
Oh, okay.
It is wireless. You just lay your phone on top of that charger, which is obviously plugged into an outlet.
Right, but they called it solar, but you're plugging it in, or does it work both ways? Does it work solar?
No,
and
it's only a plug.
you plug in. Okay.
Yeah. This is the only one that is solar. But I just wanted to show it.
You got to forgive us, Mike. We're slow on that technical stuff.
That's not too technical, Bob.
Not our expertise, but it's too technical for us.
Mike, I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect, Bob. John. All right,
Oh,
on to the queue.
Must be with generators.
So is this a big brother or what the hell is this?
This is coming out. It's not quite there yet. They're getting ready to release it.
Oops. Say that again. What did I do?
It's a 500
Like
watt
back-
hour. Yeah,
Back up a little bit, Mike. I cut you off on the mic.
of course you did.
Start all over again.
Technical difficulties, I'm telling you.
Yep.
So the DuraCube is coming out. It's not quite there yet, but it is coming out. Like I said, we had it at the NTP show out in Vegas that they were showing it. It's a 500 watt hour compact portable power. So you can run TVs, fans, mini refrigerators. If you got a CPAC machine, you can run a small CPAC machine, laptops, charge your devices. It has, if you look on there, you can see that it has outlets. It also has inlets. So you can charge this on an AC power, and you can also charge it off of a 100 watt solar panel. So you can take one of the portable solar panels, plug it into this to maintain the charge. It's a lithium battery. Most of the questions asked is how long will it last? Well, it depends on what you're using to charge. Anywhere from 3 hours to 13 hours. It all depends. So, I mean, everybody is starting to come out with these. Go Power has theirs. Like I said, it's getting ready to be shipped now. We also have Winegard. They have one that's coming out. Withco, which is your converter company out there, they've got one coming out. Theirs you can actually put your cell phone on top of it and charge your cell phone at the same time. And so I mean, we got a few companies that are coming out with these. But like I said, right now, Go Power has theirs ready to hit the shelves.
How's it work with the vehicle jump start port?
Obviously, it has jumper cables, and that comes with it. And there's a port on the end down there that you plug it into, and just set it up on top of wherever you're going to set it on top of. Hit your battery cables to your battery, and jump your car.
Quite efficient. All right,
Yep.
I got to stop you there for a couple of minutes. We got to do our commercial. I forgot all about the fact that we have a new sponsor. I don't want to piss Kenny off too much on the first night. So, but
You want to stumble through it, Sagami, or you want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Radio Voice. Go ahead.
Okay, I can put on my fake radio voice.
Yeah.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Seacoast Rvs in Saco, Maine. If you're looking for a park model, and keep in mind that the park model is the official park model of the Bob Zagami household, the crop park model. It's the #1 RV dealer in the country. And I have been there many times. And when you look in their lot, depending upon the time of year that you go in there, you could find several of these crop models to go into and take a look at. And as you look at that, you might not realize it, but some of those even have a loft in them. In my opinion, a park model RV is the best value in RVing, no matter which way you slice it, because you get residential products, you get residential toilets, you get residential bathtubs, you get residential appliances, you get 2x4 construction, et cetera, et cetera. And you can configure it in any way you want it. This is not something that you would hook to the back of your Ram pickup truck and drive around. This gets driven to a place and it stays there either for a season or a lifetime. They are absolutely phenomenal. They are always the hit of every RV show that we have seen them in, and you can get them at Seacoast Rvs.
Yeah, and let me just add to that. They have just been designated, well, actually 2 or 3 months ago, they are the new Winnebago motorized dealer in New England, and they have started to get inventory in. So they're going to expand the dealership. They're not going to be one of those dealerships with 10 different product lines. They're going to be very selective. They'll have 2 or 3 product lines on the site, but they've got tremendous technicians that used to work with Kenny at one of his other companies. And they used to working on big diesel trucks. And when I say big diesel trucks, think the waste management type trucks. And they can fix anything with a motor, anything that drives down the highway. But you'll be able to see all the new Winnebago camper vans and Class Bs and Class Cs. And a surprise coming in a couple of months, you will see a new park model company called Elevation. They have selected Keystone as one of the only 5 or 6 dealers in the country that they're going to be doing business with because of Kenny's experience, because of Seacoast experience. So frequent our sponsor. Let them know you heard about it on RVing in New England, and we certainly appreciate your support.
And that was more than 1 minute.
Yeah, they got their money's worth. They're good guys. They're good people. What was the Slim Solar? This was also on Go Power.
I wanted to show that because that's something that's out, that's new. Basically, I mean, it's great for people that have vans, Class Cs. You know, camper like John, they have very limited roof space up on the roof. It's slim. I mean, it's going to fit. It's a lot smaller than the big square jobs, but as you can see, they're already starting to ship out this first quarter here. So, but it includes the Bluetooth enabled solar controller, so you can actually, you know, check your battery and the current coming in and everything that it takes to keep everything going on a solar panel, as well as coming through, because the charge controller, what that's going to do is that's going to regulate how the battery is being charged, so it doesn't overcharge, it doesn't undercharge.
Sounds interesting, and certainly with the growth of van campers and Class B motorhomes, they're so tough to get a hold of right now. But yeah, that's a nice, and that's also, I think, there's a lot of people that are doing their own DIYs on vans. They're buying stripped down Mercedes or ProMasters or Ford Transit, and they're building out their own vans. So this would be something probably a little bit less expensive, Mike, than the big.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to save us some money in the long run as well. But yeah, I mean, you know, we've got a gentleman over here in Farmington, New Hampshire. I mean, you know, it's people send him their Sprinter chassis. I mean, he probably does about 15 vans a year, and he's using everything he uses in there is Go Power. And now that they have the new Slim job coming out, you know, it's more popular for him as well.
Yeah. Right, our Two Feathers friend says they're fantastic on our van builds. So he must be referring to that Slim line again, Mike.
Yep.
Yeah. I have the one that Go Power sent me, which is what I call the suitcase type, where it's
portable,
but it does take some space up in a Class C.
Yep.
Typically sell the many Go Power solar kits to do-it-yourself customers.
Yep, they do.
Audrey wanted to know what don't know what time that came in, 7:33. She wanted to know what the cost of the charger was. We were still talking about the Go Power charger. I think she might mean the Duracube, maybe.
Yeah. The Duracube, I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. Like I said, they're getting ready to ship it out, and we haven't really been given, any pricing on it yet.
Michelle loves that gizmo. I'm not sure which gizmo.
Yeah, that's not the one. She was talking about one earlier. Talking about the phone charger.
Hey, Greg. Sorry he's late for the party. That's all right. You're excused if you apologize. We appreciate it. You know who's not on here tonight, or did I miss him, John?
Kessler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see Kessler soon.
That's right. John and I have been invited to the Winnebago dealer meeting in Savannah, Georgia in March, middle of March. So we are going to go down there and do some videos for all you folks. And maybe, I don't think we're going to do a show from there because they start earlier in the week. But when we get back, we'll probably have some good stories for you. Marie says, "Yay, great dealership near me in Maine." Oh yeah, they've been there. They've actually been up there, Maria, for about over 20 years. Mike and Linda Mailot owned it, and they sold it to Kenny about 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
3
Kenny
years
and
ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Bob, I don't think we answered Audrey Foley Egan's question. She said that was a phone charger. The answer said about 70. Audrey, you thinking of something else? Type in what you're thinking of, Audrey, and we'll find the answer, or we'll make one up.
Yeah, the phone charger was around 75. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, we should also tell Audrey that other people have stated tonight that Massachusetts state park reservations become active on February 22nd. So, Audrey, be aware of that. I know that Audrey's always looking to
Frank picked up on that also.
reserve down at Scusset.
Comment that again. The Mass State Park, the DCR, Department of Conservation and Resources, has finally announced that reservations will be open at 9 a.m. on February. That says 2/2/22. That can't be right. I think she means
February 22nd.
Well, yeah, but that says 2/2/22. So that's month, day, year. So she got her numbers backwards. It is February 22nd that they are going live. So all you people that want to go to Scusset and Salisbury and all around Massachusetts.
And Frank is desperately asking us to mention that, which we just did.
We just did. Yeah, I saw that come in earlier, but we did mention it actually earlier in the show, Frank, but not sure if you were on right then. So we're kind of coming down the home stretch, Mike, but I know you wanted to save the best for last. And let me see if I can get over here and bring up let's bring up this picture so you can lead into the story.
Yeah. So, as I said at the beginning, this is a product that has just come out. Dealers are just getting them into the dealerships, and they're already doing a good job with them. The company that owns this is Pace International, which is North America's distribution for Dish. So if you're looking to have Wi-Fi wherever you go, whether you're in the campground or whether you want to go out and do some hiking or do your tourist thing and you have very low signal, this is the new TravelFi unit. Just like any type of hotspot, it's a secure unit. It has a large data plan service. It covers throughout the United States. And just like Dish, it's a pay-as-you-go. So there is no contract. It's a prepaid plan, and it's based on your usage and your travel schedule. This is what it looks like. It comes in its own little carabiner here that you can put on your backpack, your purse, your belt loop. It has a little QR code here on the back. So if you scan that QR code, once you get it, you can set up your account with it. And whether you want to continue to pay on a monthly basis, or if you just want to use it for a couple months, and then a couple months down the road, you're getting ready to head somewhere, you want to turn it on again, you can. It's just a matter of hitting the little button here on the side until your little lights come on here in the corner. It is a battery operated system. You put your charge cord in here, and on a single charge, this will last between 8 to 14 hours, depending on your usage with the unit. All right. What it has, if you go to the next slide there, Bob, what it has is when you go to AT&T, Verizon, or T-Mobile, the major companies out there, when you buy go to the next slide, Bob. When you go to their stores, you're going to sign a 2-year contract. You also need a SIM card for that particular MiFi unit, zip pack, whatever you want to call it, mobile hotspot, and you're dedicated to that one tower. This unit is what they call a virtual SIM technology. It brings coverage wherever you go. So basically what Pace did is they made a deal with all the major carriers out there, and out of the monthly fees, they get their share. But this unit will connect to anybody's cell tower. So it will go from cell tower to cell tower to cell tower. And if we all know the Molly Stock Trail, which goes between Brattleboro, Vermont and Bennington, Vermont, and you have Verizon, there's only one tower around, and that's in the town of Wilmington, which is south central Vermont, because that's all ski community there.
Yeah.
Once
I
you get
hike it
outside,
3 times a year.
yep. Once you get outside of that area, it's few and far between. When I was on my way to the Folan show, on my phone it said "new network found," and this was happening, probably about every 10 miles or so. So this unit was going, whether it was going to an AT&T or a T-Mobile tower, it was switching towers as I was driving along. I never lost reception one time with this unit all the way across the Molly Stock Trail. And once it has its signal, as you can see, you've got the lights on and it's ready to go.
So what makes this so special? Just the fact that they can go from tower to tower.
You're not
For $229, that's not a lot of money when you know how dedicated most of us are to our phones.
right. And if you're into a 2-year contract, it's going to cost you a lot more than $299.
Right.
So, I mean, the biggest thing is you're not committed to just one cell tower.
$229.
Yeah, you're not committed. Yeah, $229. I'm sorry. You're not committed to just one cell tower.
Right.
Like you would be if you went into one of the major carriers with their SIM card.
With their particular, their dedicated Wi-Fi, MiFi
Right.
product.
Exactly. And on a virtual SIM, it's software that's built into the hotspot unit itself. And that is designed to grab the strongest cell signal from anybody's cell tower that's coming to it. So, like I said, we have, the Connect 2.0 with WineGuard. It's on a camper. We have the new Air 360 Plus that has the gateway units in there in the campgrounds. Those units are great. You're in the campground, that's what you want. But when you want to go out and do your tourist thing, you're leaving all your Wi-Fi behind at the campground in your camper. So like that first picture with that lady sitting up on the mountain, you want to go hike up Mount Major out here by Winnipesaukee and take your pictures. Look at her. She's right there. She's on a tablet and she's probably posting her pictures right then and there because she has that little Travel-Fi sitting right next to her up on top of the mountain. And we all know cell companies like to put their cell towers where? Up on mountains.
As high as they can get them. High as they can get them.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like you say, so besides the fact that you can switch from carrier to carrier and not have to worry about it, but the fact that you can take it out of the RV and take it to the restaurant, take it to the top of the mountain.
You can take it wherever. I mean, I've been using it in hotels because not all hotels have the greatest of Wi-Fi's.
Right.
And I'll use it in hotels when I'm doing reports and stuff. So
and are these in stock now at dealers?
Yep. And if they don't have them in stock, they can get them for you the next day.
Wow. That's pretty amazing when you think about it. I mean, even not understanding the technology behind it, when you look at the usage of it, this was one of the other slides I pulled off of their talk to those issues, because these are the real big benefits of it, Mike.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, more and more people are, are streaming more. A lot of people, are getting away from the satellites and going Wi-Fi. And I mean, Wi-Fi sales are going through the roof. I mean, you talk to any one of the dealers out there and they're doing a lot of Wi-Fi. I mean, 80% of the units out there on the OEM side are using the WineGuard Air 360 Plus with the new gateway unit. So, I mean, that's been a big plus. I mean, and we all know the RV industry right now, it's predicted for this year, Bob, about 650,000 units.
Yeah, it's over 600. Yeah, we just did a spot on our other program. The retail sales in 2021 were 567,000 units.
And 79.
And it was up almost 9% from the 523,098 in 2020. And stop and think about that, folks. That's 1 million new RVs. Those are registrations. These are the actual registrations of people who drove off the dealer's lot with a license plate on their RV. Over 1 million new consumers on the road this year.
And Bob, you know, out of that 500 and some odd thousand, 450,000 of those have a Weingart Air 360 Plus on it. Like I tell the dealers, that's 450,000 chances of you selling a Gateway unit.
Yeah. And to the slide's point, I mean, when we know we have a lot of people working from the road, we know we have a lot of homeschoolers, road schoolers with kids that now have this kind of capability and their ability to stay connected, and the ongoing entertainment, the streaming. They're streaming more videos. They're doing more Zoom calls and virtual meetings. It should be a big selling product. Walter, I'll expect an email within a couple of days saying that you found one down in the Orlando area. You got a lot of big dealers down there. I expect that you'll send me an email in a couple of days saying, hey, I bought that travel
You don't
journey.
have to wait a couple of days. He's already got some points.
Hey, I know some of the major shows, you know, a lot of the major multi-location dealerships out there, they were ordering, you know, 2,000 to 3,000 of these at a time. So
We're coming down the home stretch here. We got about 4 minutes left. Do you see anything there, John, you want to comment on? Anybody there? What's Jerry say? Jerry says, not getting great feedback from the Connect 360 routers from customers. Well, that's possible. What are you hearing, Mike?
I'm not hearing much. It's
okay.
Pretty quiet on my end, crickets.
Yeah. Michelle says, so if you have your regular Verizon account, this would be an additional cell phone bill when using this device?
Well, yeah, I mean, actually, where the heck did I put that? Hold on. I'll give you what did I do with it? I had all my props out here and I lost my prop. You know why, Bob? Because I had to take my laptop and move.
Tell me what you're looking for, Mike. I'll tell you where it is.
I'm going to give you, these are the data plans right here.
And they're on the website, by the way.
Yeah, and they're on the website. So you go from 2 gigs, and if you're a work camper, right here, 800 gigabytes for $199 for your business. Or if you got a gamer in the family, you know, either one of these two for a gamer. If you want to be real nice to your grandchildren, right, John?
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right.
So I mean, yeah, you got your cell phone, but you know what? You got your cell phone, you want to use it a hotspot, but you go up on the Molly Stock Trail, you want to take pictures of that scenic overlook, but you can't post your pictures until you get to a cell tower because there is no cell signal. This is going to give you cell signal right away.
Yep. It's
amazing stuff.
And like I say, if you do have a business, that's a relatively small business expense that your accountant's not going to give you any aggravation, nor is the IRS, because it's a necessary tool for you to stay in business.
Yep.
Hey, Mike, I'm sure you'd agree. We've been doing this segment for about 3 years now, at least. And wouldn't you say it's absolutely amazing how the products have gotten smaller? At the same time, they've gotten smaller and more powerful.
Yeah. I mean, this is the size of a coaster. Bob could put his Jack Daniels glass on this.
There you go. Hey, Walter's already started doing his homework. I don't know. Is this unit 5G compatible?
Walter, if it was 5G, it would probably be about $559. You got to remember, when you want to go 5G, we're not all 5G yet. There's not 5G throughout the country yet. You got 5G extension, but major cities all have the big 5G. And you'd end up paying for the 5G because anytime you want 5G, it costs you more.
All right, Brian.
As of right now, no.
Yeah, Brian's got a question. You want to answer that one, Mike?
So these are being offered through dealers, through NTP, Stag, Myers, all the major distributors all have it.
Foland and Keller?
Not Foland, no.
Nope.
Keller, yes. Landon C, yes. NTP, Stag, Myers, all those guys. Arrow.
Yep. All right, Maria says $229, then monthly usage. What does that cost? Well, I think being my non-technical self, wouldn't that be based on the number of gigs you use, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it just depends. I mean, I'm on the 25 gigs for $49 is what I'm on.
Okay.
Great.
That's fantastic. Oh, here's an Audrey question. Is this good for the 5? Okay. Threat coming for phones. All right. Mike just addressed
Not
that.
Not yet. And you know, all these, you know, Weingard, you know, Pace International with this. I mean, you know, they're waiting for the real 5G to come out. I mean, like I said, real 5G is not out yet. I mean, major cities have it, but you get out into the countryside and it's not real 5G.
Yeah. Frank Blind says, hello, all. I assume you're late, Frank. That's supposed to be, the next line is supposed to say, I'm sorry, I'm late. All right, Walter, with the technical, according to the FCC filing, the Journey 1 only supports LTE bands to blah, 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 blah. I don't understand that. So while this device can use multiple carriers, it is lacking key bands for some major U.S. carriers. Have you gotten deep into that, Mike?
No, I mean, your major carriers are T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T. And it works on all of them.
Yeah. And that's what probably 90% of the people have.
I mean, if you got Sprint, what's Sprint? That's AT&T?
Yep. Okay. That's a big hotspot. Okay. Dish is offering this. Well, they're both owned by the same company, Mike?
Yeah, it's offered by Pace, Jerry. Pace International.
Okay. Tell the folks if they don't know Pace, tell them some of the other household names that they would know. I was surprised when you told me about it.
Obviously Pace is Dish, you know, it's Travel-Fi, but they, you know, they also own some other companies out there like Stanley and DeWalt and Black & Decker and a few household names like that. Plus they've got some other ones out there too. So
small companies like DeWalt.
Yeah, it's a small company.
Yeah,
well, yeah, little
just
ones.
getting going. Bob, look what time it is.
Yeah, I know. 8:02. It's crazy.
Well, that's all right. We didn't get going to 8:07.
There you go. That's because I had 2 false starts behind the
Mike,
scenes.
no, 3.
Beginning 3 false starts.
3 false starts. Mike,
Oh,
remember at 6:57, Bob said, "Oh, I got it," and I said, "What do you think the chances are?"
So I re-downloaded the app on this thing. You can hear the beep.
Yep.
So that's what it's doing. So if you hit
that just unlocked your door to your travel trailer or your 5th wheel.
Yep. See, now it shows you that it's locked.
Yep.
And now it's unlocked. So
Pretty good.
yeah, I was re-downloading the app while we were talking.
Yeah. Mike, I want to thank you again for bringing all this stuff to us in the spring. It's always a good time of year to
Mike's the man.
get their juices flowing for the camping season. They'll run out to
Durapac. Got to get a Durapac.
Got to get a Durapac.
Yeah, and I will let you guys know as soon as they hit dealers on that too.
Okay. Appreciate it. I'm going to hit the closing video. We're going to be out of here, and we'll see you folks next week.
Bob, before you hit the closing video, before you do that, you need to say, tonight's show has been brought to you by Seacoast RV, Route 1, Saco, Maine.
By Kenny.
By Kenny.
Yep. Kenny Blow, Amanda Blow, Brittany on the counter, Kendra, service manager out back. They got a tremendous team right there, and they are indeed creating family fun on Route 1. So if you go to Maine this year, be sure to stop into Seacoast RV. And if you're not thinking about go to Maine, then make a special trip to Seacoast RV, buy a new RV or a new park model, and you'll always go back. All right. Thanks for reminding me, John. I'll get used to that in a couple of weeks. We'll see you folks next week. Travel lightly here.
This edition of RVing in New England was a presentation of the New England RV Dealers Association. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.